So a brilliant night for England, and the man who starred in midfield tonight, Trent Alexander-Arnold, joins us now. Trent, how was that for you tonight?
Very, very enjoyable, to be honest. Yeah, I love the game. Found myself in good positions, got my goal, and created chances. So, I think that's what I aim to do going into the game. And yeah, I enjoyed it in there.
When did you know you was playing there? Is it something Gareth has spoke to you about?
Yeah, so we spoke prior to the camp. Yeah, we spoke about what role I would be playing and where I would be playing. But it's slightly different to what I'm doing at the club right now. But he told me it's going to be in midfield in some capacity. So I was able to over the last couple of weeks get my head around that and know what I was coming to do and what role I was going to do. So over the week that we've trained there, I've been able to learn offensively and defensively in there.
Because it's not alien to you as a youngster. You played in there, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's a different ball game playing it as a in grown men's football and in professional football. But no, it feels natural. That's the main thing, I think. I was probably a bit tentative early doors in the first couple of games, but I've grown into the role, grown into being in there again. And like I said, it feels natural, and I'm picking the ball up in positions where I can hurt the opposition.
Trent, what's the main differences between being right back and then being so high up in that kind of number 10 role?
I would say probably positionally where you're receiving the ball. Yeah. Looking at the goal. As a right back, I don't get the ball there at the edge of the box, and I'm able to shoot, to be honest. So, those kind of areas. But again, it's the manager and the staff were talking to me throughout the week and said just play it with freedom. If you feel like the space is dropping out a little bit and Trips is more inside as the back three, then pull out and get the ball in there. Just get on the ball and make it happen. The main messages I got was just be careful staying on the right side of the pitch. We have a structure, but within that structure you have freedom. So it's kind of stay on that side of the pitch and use your abilities that you've got.
For Liverpool, when you you start as a fullback and you're arriving there, today was obviously a little bit different because you started in there. Mm-hmm. Would you prefer ghosting in there or actually how you play tonight?
I mean, this is the first time I've really played as in there from the start. And defended in there, so it was a bit alien early doors defensively because, from goal kicks for Liverpool, I'm back at right back, yeah. And then as the game progresses and we get the ball, then I shift into midfield. So it was probably a little bit strange early doors, but like I said, I got a feel for it. The lads around me, I was playing with Deck, Hendo in there, who were the talkers, leaders, and were talking me through the game. So, they helped me out, and I was able to find the positions that I needed to. So I wouldn't say I prefer any of them. I think as long as I'm getting in positions where I can affect the game, I'm able to find passes and find the attacking players that will go and get goals and create chances, then, I'm happy wherever I'm starting from. It's exciting. It's like I said, it's a lot will come with playing more games in those positions, where, instinctively I might start making the box a little bit more and finding positions, but it's still early doors. I was just finding my feet out there and I was able to perform to a standard that I was happy with.
Gareth, was that a case of job well done tonight?
Yes, I think so. We played well first half. I liked the mentality, the way that we pressed when we lost the ball. We talked about that before the game. And we had moments of real quality to secure the goals. So probably a game nobody will remember, but a game that you have to win and a game that we made look fairly routine.
One person that certainly will remember it, Trent Alexander-Arnold. What did you make of his performance tonight? Yeah,
fabulous. He showed real quality that we know he has. Good mentality to go and press. So, we said before the game it's not going to be perfect because it's new areas of the pitch and he's still learning some of that. But we know what he's capable of, and it was a good game for us to have a look at him in that position.
We saw him move at times higher and wider as well in different positions. Does that just show the versatility that he can bring to this side?
Yeah, well, that's what we want him to do because he's so dangerous in those areas of the pitch. So although he's effective central and You know, he's receiving well under pressure, which is also something that's different for him as opposed to receiving on the touchline. But you still want him to drift into those wide areas where he can deliver. And of course, the goal for Bukayo is an example of his vision and his quality.
You tried it back in 2021 against Andorra and it didn't quite work. Jurgen Klopp was critical of it then as well. What do you think's different now? Why does it suit him more?
Well, it's not different. It doesn't suit him more, but he's been playing in midfield a little bit more regularly, so the transition is easier. And I don't think there's any doubt that he's got all the attributes to play in there, but there is a bit of learning in terms of positioning, pressing angles in particular. And with the ball, it is different for him because he's receiving with his back to goal at times, and he's receiving in the middle of a crowd of bodies. But tonight he dealt with that really well.
Is that a position we could see him in long term for England?
Well, that's why we played him there. You know, we're keen to see him in there because he has different attributes to the other midfield players that we have. So it's been really good for us to see him in there, and I'm delighted for him because I know that, you know, some of his England experiences have been more difficult, and I think he's felt, you know, I spoke to him about playing in this role about 4 weeks ago, so preparing him for it, and I think he's been really looking forward to it, and he's enjoyed his night.
Everyone is talking about your teammate at Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold. You see him regularly in training, club and country. You've got a big smile on your face. Just how good was he tonight?
Yeah, I thought he was really good, especially first half. He's got brilliant goals, picked them some great positions. We all know what he can do with the ball, but I thought without the ball he was very good. Defensively, counter press in the middle was really good. So overall, I think it was a good night for him.
What's it like for you playing alongside him? Because obviously you've had him kind of playing behind you for so long. What's it like having him as a midfield partner?
It was nice, yeah, me, him and Deck in there. And obviously I know the quality he's got when he's got the balls. I try and make some runs. But yeah, I thought overall he had a very, very, very good game. Scored a brilliant goal, made some great passes. And like I said, without the ball, I thought he was very good as well.
It's something that didn't work back in 2021 when he tried it for England, and your club manager Jurgen Klopp was pretty critical about it. What's he developed, do you think, in that position?
I think he's got more used to it as time's gone on, especially the last few months of the season, you know, coming in from full-back and playing more centrally when we've got the ball. I think the biggest challenge for him is when we haven't got the ball and staying in there without the ball and playing as a midfielder throughout the game. But I thought today he handled that really well, and overall he had a very good game.
As for England overall, as I said, sounds like it was the performance the manager wanted. It could have been a difficult week though. A lot of players coming back into camp with a lot of things on their mind. What's it been like being with the squad this week?
Very good, as I expected, to be honest. But yes, you're right. You know, a little bit of a break for some. Some played some finals and games and stuff. So a little bit of a mix. But training was very good, which gives you confidence coming here, knowing that we're going to put on a good performance, and that's what you've got to do. We did that tonight, and we've got to do it again on Monday.
Let's look ahead to Monday then, Jill. Is Trent undroppable in midfield now for England?
Yeah, I think he should play there, definitely on Monday. Obviously, you've seen Maddison had a good game against Ukraine and rightfully so kept his shirt, so I can see Trent starting there again. Henderson, Luke Shaw came off as well, so will they get a start? So it'll be interesting to see, but I do think that Trent will be starting in midfield on Monday.
Or is there another opportunity for Gareth Southgate to experiment and test the water a bit more on Monday?
No, I think you have to reward him for that performance tonight. Not just the performance, you know, the goal, just everything that he did really. Like I mentioned before, you know, one of the better players on the pitch. You have to reward him for that performance. I think he'll play on Monday.
Yeah, I don't see no reason why not. I think it's an opportunity now, because it's a new position, because he done so well and because he connected so well, his relationships with Saka and Harry Kane, and like he said, Declan in there. You want to keep that and keep that learning of them sort of partnerships around the pitch. So definitely he starts for me, yeah.